That's not what I wanted. Alrighty. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Alrighty. Already starting off with a technical difficulty, guys. Sorry about that. And I thought I was prepared. So, here we go.
Hi, and welcome back to 3Tails RV. Hi, and welcome back to 3Tails RV. Hi, welcome back. My name.
Alrighty. I was not as prepared as I thought I was going to be.
That's all right.
Darn it.
The first couple times, it's always the jittery. But I recognize that video.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that was my one. Oof.
All right, here we go.
Maybe.
Hi, and welcome back to 3Tails RV. Hi, and welcome back to 3Tails RV. Hi, welcome back. My name is Aron from 3Tails RV. Lori and I are overjoyed with the amount of support that you have given us. And remember, live simple, live free, and enjoy the ride.
Wow. That's a flashback.
to a number of okay. I am not liking my mouse is acting funny.
Green.
Oh goodness. Come on. Alrighty. Doggone it. And I thought I was all set and ready to go. Hi, everyone. Today, I'm not going to be paying attention to the chat as much because I'm going to be paying attention to Aron. And with Aron, today, we have a special announcement, which I think you all already know. Congratulations to 10,000 subscribers.
Yay!
Okay, I don't know why my mouse is acting up. Let's come over here. And let's try this again.
Come here, Snickies. Come here. Come here.
Well, while I'm figuring this out,
they can look at a cute puppy. They were talking about the puppy in the thing while you were doing that. I'll show her.
Oh,
show
puppies.
One of them. That's one of the 3Tails.
Puppies are always a good thing.
Yes, poor baby.
Alrighty, and come over here and over to there and there and there and there. Oops. Oh, you guys can actually hear that? Or is that just me?
Yeah, no, I can hear it.
Whoops. All right, share screen. Let's get this back on the road. Share audio. Click. Sorry, guys. All right, here we go. This is for Aron for reaching his 10,000 subscribers. Yay! All right, come back over here. Oh, why is my mouse acting up? Okay, so you reached 10,000 subscribers. Yay! So if there's anybody in here who doesn't know Aron, his channel is, and it's JEM, not JAM, Aron Jemison. Because I've been saying Jamison or Jameson, not Jemison.
Jemison, not Jameson like the whiskey.
Right. So if you are looking for him on YouTube, you will find him with Aron with a JE. So a little bit about you, in case people don't know, is you are a 20-year retired Navy.
Yes.
And I don't know a whole lot about Lori because she doesn't show up on your videos a whole lot. Is she? I'm thinking she's a nurse because a couple of outfits I've seen it looked like she was wearing a nurse's top.
She used to work in EMS. She was in the ambulance service.
Oh.
She used to work. That's how we met. Was in the back. She I drove the ambulance, and she was the paramedic that was in the back.
Oh, wow. Wow. That's definitely a way to meet, huh?
Yeah,
So between the two of you, you have 6 kids and 10 grandkids.
correct.
And
A
your
couple.
grandkids are like in 5 different states?
Yes,
Wow. So getting to see
that
them.
was part of the reason for getting into the RV,
Yeah.
because we wanted to be able to travel and see all of that excitement.
And also too, you were empty nesters and ready to leave the
Yep.
oop, there we go. You were empty nesters, and that was like another reason that you decided to go full time in an RV?
Yes, we also got living out in Seattle because that's where we were before. So we both worked in the Seattle. I was a shift supervisor for Amazon Security, so I ran around to 27 different buildings in a shift and monitored all the employees. And we just got tired of the hustle and bustle. Lori was working in the aviation industry. She was at making the stickers that go on all of the aircraft, so all of the seats, all of the lights, all the badges and stuff, everything in the bathroom that was like a badge or anything like that. She did the quality assurance on all of those types of stickers. We just got tired of going to work with 4 million people and coming home with 6 million people. So we decided it was time and slow things way down, and we hit the road a year ago on the
But you were stationary up until that point?
docking at we were paying rent, but we were paying a spot.
Oh, you're cutting out a little bit.
So we were mooch docking.
Yeah.
Actually living in somebody's driveway for a while we were getting everything ready to go, and that's how we got started.
So you've been full-timing, driveway or not, mooch docking or not, for at least 5 years now, right?
2 different RVs.
And if I've got my notes here, you're currently in a 2000 Fleetwood Bounder Class A, and you started off in a 1988 Fleetwood Limited.
Yes.
And so that 1988 Fleetwood Limited, that pretty much is what got you onto YouTube, showing all the how-tos and tips and tricks. And
we did a lot of work to that thing. And then we came across a deal. A friend of mine was selling this RV, and they asked us if we were interested in purchasing it. We went over and looked at it, and that's what we got into.
nice.
And then I started all the renovations all over again.
With more different things to do to keep up with, because you have quite the array of tips and tricks and how-tos and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So the name of your channel is Aron Jemison, but you also call it 3Tails RV.
Right.
And the 3Tails RV is because of your little puppers. They're dachshunds, right?
Right. 3 dachshunds.
And what's
We
their
have
name?
Mom, which is Daisy. We have Dad, which is Bud, and then we have Snickers, was the one I was holding. She was one of their litters,
Oh, okay.
and that just happened to be the pup that Daisy, the mom, took over to Lori and dropped in her lap. So Lori was like, "Well, this must be the one we're keeping."
Yep. And your male dog doesn't like to get into a vehicle driving at all. What about in the Class A? Does he mind that so much?
The mom does not mind. She can go anywhere she wants to. Daisy loves getting
No, the dad.
Maybe I started up the RV today, and she was just the whole time. So she's anxiety issues when it comes to moving.
Yeah. So the next thing that I wanted to kind of talk about a little bit is your success on YouTube. And you reached, now let me see if, when I was talking about 3Tails, I wanted to bring this up. And let's see if I can do this. There we go. There's a picture of your 3 pups. So the one on the left is mom.
That's right. Daisy's the long hair, but Bud was the one on the Snickers. That's baby Snickers. She was little then.
And let's see. So you reached a goal of 1,000 subscribers on October 2017. I wanted to show that video for everybody to see, because there's quite a few people now that have just reached their 1,000 subscribers and 4,000. I don't think you had to have 4,000 hours back then. And the excitement that you had, I just had to show this.
I just crossed 1,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. Yeah! Why am I so happy? Because today we reached a goal of 1,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. Lori and I are overjoyed with the amount of support that you have given us in the last 2 years while we've been on YouTube. It has been quite a journey. Hi, and welcome back to 3Tails RV. Hi, and welcome back to 3Tails RV. Hi, welcome back. My name is Aaron from 3tailsrv.com. And we couldn't have made it without you, the viewer. Thank you so much for helping us achieve this goal. I appreciate all of your views, all of your support, your comments, your likes, and even your dislikes, because that makes me want to do better with my YouTube videos. And we will continue to provide you with RV-related topics, tips, tricks, RV accessory reviews, and all kinds of other interesting stuff. So stay tuned and be a part of our dream by living the RV lifestyle. Today, I'd like to announce that we have set a goal for 5,000 subscribers. 5,000 subscribers? Is he nuts? You can be a part of our RV dream and our RV adventure. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the bell notification icon so you don't miss out on our different adventures and journeys. So stay tuned for further videos, and as always, remember, live simple, live free, and enjoy the ride, and we'll see you next time.
I love that enthusiasm. Oh, I think you're muted. I can't hear you. Are you muted?
Well, I said, I did that in one take.
Oh, did you really?
Hey,
well, that kind of enthusiasm will get you.
Was pretty excited.
Yeah, I loved the enthusiasm. I'm hoping that I can do something like that soon. So these are a list of things that I think helped you get to your 10,000 subscribers. These are things that I noticed that when I watched your videos and I went to your channel that I noticed. And Michael with our Epic RV Adventure, because he does Tech Talk stuff, would probably agree with me on this. The first one is time. You've been on YouTube for 5 years now. And I wanted to ask you, what is YouTube like now comparing to then? As far as like back then, like back when you first started your YouTube channel, there wasn't the 4,000 subscribers that you had to have. There wasn't the 1,000 subscribers to be able to go live on your phone. What other differences have you noticed since you first started YouTube?
It's changed a lot since I first started, because all you needed was, you didn't even have to have, you got monetized right away. There was no restriction. And when I was at that point, when they changed the rules, I just went over and was able to continue with my monetization before they got rid of all of that, and then went to the 1,000 or the 1K, and then 30,000. So it has changed a lot since when I first. Surprised you didn't go a little bit further back and look at some of the fish room stuff that I did. Channel. This is my second channel.
Oh, see, I didn't know about your second channel.
This we were actually doing we used up and down the West Coast to all the different fish stores. Of water in our house wasn't going to work for us anymore. A lot of money, especially in Seattle, for a 2-bedroom house or 3-bedroom house. We decided to go direction. We started looking at the tiny homes. That's when tiny home movement was and one idea to another idea to another idea. The tiny home, the problem, tiny home all up in an attic, so that was out of the question. Like the idea of, it just takes too long. RV, and that's where we've been.
I'm having a hard time hearing what you're saying because you're cutting in and out a lot. I don't know if that's at your end or my end. I'm not sure. I caught that you had a second YouTube channel and something about water.
Okay. Let me try something else here. It's better.
Yep. Or not.
My hotspot on my phone. Sometimes it helps. Trust.
While you're doing that, I will.
That's the one thing about campsites.
In here. I see Happy Place Camping, Scott Jacobs, and Appreciation. Hello, Artsy Dude. You're new to my channel. Cool. I'm glad you're here. New Vision Security, Blake. Let's see. Avenger RV Adventure, Steve. Glad you're here. Happy Place Camping with Felicity. RV Traveling MIA Researcher. Super glad that you're here. Pause and Effects. Wow, I haven't seen you here in a while.
Okay, let's see if this fixed it.
Okay. Okay. All right. So
that's the joys of having Wi-Fi in a campground.
Right. Right. Okay. So another thing that I thought that I noticed about your YouTube channel, and one of the things that I think made it a success, is your thumbnails. So looking at your thumbnails here, everything is bold and all the writing is really easy to read. You've got it so that when they see that thumbnail, they know exactly what they're getting into. You know, for example, if you're saying stop the freeze, you know, simple way to keep your RV pipes from freezing. So I'm noticing that with your thumbnails, they're all super eye-catching, easy to read. A lot of I'm learning this one myself because I'm one of my things with my thumbnails. That's my weakness right now, as far as trying to make good thumbnails that are eye-catching, which you do a great job with. And then the other thing I wanted to
the key to that is less is more.
Yeah, which I've kind of done that too, but I've also noticed you put your face in a lot of them. And I think that having your face in a thumbnail is probably another really key feature, which I'm learning I should probably try to start doing that in the future, see if that helps at all. But another thing that I thought was really good about your channel and your videos is your voice. You have like a radio voice. You have that kind of salesman-ish sounding voice. You know,
When I
did
really put
you
my voice into it, I can really get it, make it sound really, really well. But yeah, it
exactly?
doesn't always come across that way.
No, but that's how I hear it. It's fantastic. I will love it. And you and quick talking. You know, it's your videos go. You know, you're not lagging at all.
A lot of people,
So
I get comments saying that they appreciate that quickness because I get to the point. I don't do a lot of fluff. A lot of videos you'll watch for an hour, and it says they're going to show you something, but it's not clear to the end. And then they want to talk and talk and talk and talk about it. Everything else all the way around it. I just get to the meat of
yes,
what I'm doing.
that's
This
one
is
of
what we're
Brian
going
and I's complaints when it comes to especially how to's or tips and tricks. When somebody wants to talk for 5 minutes before they even actually get to the subject, it's like, no, just get to the subject. I don't want to hear you talk. And you do a really good job of doing that. Boom, you just go. So that's another thing I've noticed. And also too, in your videos, you have upbeat music, you know, really good going upbeat music. So the combination, excuse me, the combination of the thumbnails, your radio voice, your short to the point videos, your upbeat music, and then on top of all that, you use you take full advantage of the end screens and cards at the end on your videos. So do you think, because that's one of the things I do
to.
the end screens, but I don't do the cards. Do you think you get good traffic off of them? Or is it worth putting them in?
They always say to. Not a lot of people. I get maybe 20% that actually watch all the way through the end of my videos and normal. And that's why they end that way. You're not giving algorithm to the more the better it is. That's why if you've looked at my intro throughout the years, it's gone from this long thing to this real short 30 seconds. I don't even think it's 30 seconds. I think it's 10 seconds long now. And then at the end, I always say, well, here's another video you might want to watch right here. Some other exciting stuff. And then I close without not just sitting there going, okay, yeah, he's saying the same stuff again. I'm trying to make it as short.
And then the other thing that I've noticed also too is you don't have just a YouTube channel. I mean, you put your information on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest. Do you still have a .com, a 3Tails
No, not
RV.com?
anymore. I used to with my put one back since. So some people say you need to have a .com. Other people don't have, and they're still successful. It's just another avenue for them to come see your stuff. That's what they like to say anyway.
Yeah, I haven't invested in a .com yet. I haven't seen a reason to yet. Um, so one of the things, was there any other advice that you wanted to give YouTubers like me um, to improve their channels or to become more successful on YouTube?
You already said some of the things that I'm going to say. It was your thumbnails. That's what's going to win the click. If you put the time to do your thumbnail, and some of the other channels, if you go and watch them, they say that you should put the most emphasis on your thumbnail as much as you do the video. So if you spend 4 hours working on a video, you need to put about that much time into your thumbnails.
Oh, wow.
Because that's what people see, that's what's going to engage them, and that's what's going to win your click to watch the video. When it comes to thumbnails, the less amount of words you can put on it, the better. So something that'll catch your eye, like instead of you're doing a video on your top 10 RV stuff that you gadgets, instead of putting all best RV gadgets, bam, it's the more words you put in it, the harder it is to read. and you're looking at a screen and it's this big, so that you can look and see if you can still redesign it. Because they go from a great big thumbnail that you're used to looking at to this little itty bitty thing. It makes a big difference if you can still read it.
So a trick would be to make your thumbnail really small. See if you can read the lettering on it. If you can't, you need to change it.
Because the thumbnails, when you get really small, and that's when the click, that's the ticket item to get your video.
Yeah.
Advice that I would give would be step out of your comfort. That you have reached a plateau, try something different. Keep pushing that envelope. Keep trying to do different things than you've ever done before. That just makes it interesting for the viewer, because then they can see the growth. You can watch my first video, and you can watch the video that I put out just last week, and you can see the total difference. I went from a little camcorder that had a memory in it, and downloading it from there to an iPhone. That's all I use. I put it on a tripod. I don't have a very expensive equipment. I put it on my tripod with my little cage here. I attach it to it. I've got a microphone that I take outside with me, and that's what I use. I don't have all this expensive equipment. You can do it with what you have.
You know,
it works really well.
seeing your tripod reminds me. I just won a gimbal on RV Kids TV, a gimbal, an Osmo gimbal for a phone. So I'm super excited to give that a try and see how that works, because I mostly use GoPros. So I'm excited to try that route. It's good to know that you've done it with your phone. And
everything I do, I just stand it up there and I look into the phone and edit it, and away I go.
Nice. All right. So I wanted to talk about a couple of your videos so that I can get people interested in coming over and checking out your channel if they have not seen you before. So a number of videos you have is on dump tanks. And in fact, isn't one of those videos your highest viewed video?
Oh, the stink. Get rid of the stink in your tank.
Yeah, isn't that like 167,000 views?
Yeah, and I had like a piece of something out here, and I'm reading off of the sheet, and you can see me reading from it, and it's really obnoxious, and I'm going really slow, and terrible way to do videos, but that's my number one.
And you know, what I consider one of my worst videos is also one of my highest viewed videos. I don't get it.
I almost didn't put it up, but I'm glad I did.
Yeah. Well, I'm kind of thinking about maybe putting up a part 2 so that it's done a little bit better and people might enjoy it more.
I thought about taking it off, but one video, and I'm like, I can't do that.
Yeah, not with that many views on there, you can. So one of the videos that I wanted to point out to you,
which can be transported to a dump station.
I wanted to point out to you. Well, this one is for me personally. I saw this and I went, ooh, because when we did a PNW trip a couple years ago, we were in Washington in our RV for the first time. And we had already been struggling with finding and having to pay for dump stations. But we get to Washington, and Brian's best friend's son says, oh, yeah, you could just go right up the street to, and let me show this here.
That's the one. We frequented that twice a month.
Yeah.
Which can be transported to a dump station.
For free.
RV portable waste tanks usually have wheels and a handle, so they can easily be pulled from the campground or loaded into a truck for dumping.
Okay, let me get back to this here. Yeah, for free. I'm like, oh my gosh, you could stay parked in your friend's driveway and go do a dump for free at the rest stop. And I know that there's more states now that are starting to provide free dump stations at their rest stops. Have you been pretty successful in your travels finding those?
Okay, I'll tell you this story. When we were coming across from Washington, we got into Iowa and we had our tanks were full and we thought, okay, we'll just pull off to the side of the road and we'll go check and see if if we can get this dump station to work. I get it all hooked up. We open up the little flap on it, go to stick in the hose, and it's full. It's
Oh,
completely full. And we're like, oh, it's another 50 miles to the next one. Okay, so we went down, found the next one, and we dumped it out. Since then, I have actually changed that setup. I no longer use one of the Blue Buddies. It's actually cheaper to go get one of those 50-gallon drums, the plastic blue drums, and I put a fitting with the Bandit and all of that stuff on the end of it, and macerator, and we pump it out of the RV, and it goes into the hose and into that barrel in the back of the truck.
nice.
And then we can take it over, use the same hose or use a different hose that we had inside the truck, connect it all to it. I don't have to lift it out. I don't have to do anything. I just pull the little lever and out goes the poo.
Nice.
So it made it so much easier for us. Trying to lift up a Blue Buddy full of poo, that's a lot of weight.
Yeah.
That's a nice way to put it.
But you're not really having to do that now because you're work camping right now, right?
Yeah, we're hooked up with full hookups and everything else. But it's
Nice.
still nice to have the macerator. We got into Lori's hometown, and they have a couple areas where we could use, but they didn't have a dump station. They had a dump area, but you had to go over to it, and we just pulled up the RV, measured out the hose, and did our macerator thing, and dumped, and went straight back into the spot.
Yeah. For us, because we're in a 24-foot Class C, and we drive it like it's a vehicle, so it's real easy for us to just go to the pick up where we're at, go to the dump station, do a dump, and come back. It's not like a whole production of having to uproot to go do that. So we don't have anything like that right now. I don't know. Maybe when we get to Quartzsite and we see a little bit more about how everybody is boondocking there and see how they do that. Oops, how did that happen? Where did you go? Come back to me, Aron. All right. Well, he is hopefully getting back to me soon. I will start saying hi, Burning Up the Roads, Lucretia. I'm glad to hear that you're healing up pretty good. Hope you're doing better. And Felicity, hello to you. Lucky Dog Productions moderator, Sue. Hello. Johnny's Journey. Glad you're here, Johnny. And I think I said hi to Scott a little bit earlier. There he is.
Streamlabs just dumped me out. I don't know why. It just said bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. So this next video, y'all, this is something that you want to go over to his channel and watch this video. I consider it a safety thing to pay attention to in your rig so it doesn't happen to you. Let me get this over here like this and show this.
Oh, my fire one.
Something's not right here. Look at the smoke. There's a fire under there.
Yep, I see it.
Turn it off. Turn it off. Give me some
Baking soda.
I'm not worried about the fucking baking soda. Get this shit off. Shit. How do I get this thing off? It's got a hole in the... Son of a bitch. Take this. Hey. I don't know what to do. I gotta get this off. Otherwise we're burning the fucking house down.
All righty. If you all want to know what happened there, go over and watch his video. on his channel, and it was called Fire What? I don't remember. I don't have it on my list here.
You know how long ago that's been? It was in the other RV, so yeah, that's been a long time. And yes, Brad, there's lots of beeps in that. That was one of those where and the camera just happened to be in the right place at the right time, and I had to use it.
Boy, I could feel your frustration and upset. You know, it's like, oh shit, I'm like holding on to the edge of my chair watching that video.
I'm not usually one to put drama on there, but that, like I said, that I couldn't. You can't make that stuff up. It happened.
No, you
So
can't. In fact, if you go over to his channel and you want to see that video, go click on the search and type in fire, and you'll be able to find it and watch that video. And you know, as you said, shit happens. You know, and
it does.
that's one of those things that can be part of the RV life, unfortunately.
Yep.
So,
If you're not prepared for it, it's going to happen.
right? Well, don't say that, because hopefully, even if you aren't prepared for it, I mean, you can only prepare so much, right?
And after that, I put 3 fire extinguishers in the RV. I have one up in the front bay. I have one underneath the kitchen, and I have one in our bedroom. So
Smart.
it's not like I can't reach one.
Yeah, definitely a wake up call, that's for sure. So, what video is your favorite video that you created?
I like my travel ones, but nobody ever watches those. I get like the worst view rates on all my travel stuff.
I know, right? That's what our channel, RV Adventures, right? I show adventures. I don't get the hits as much.
And I don't understand that, but that's what it is.
You're right. And that's another success to your channel, is because you have all the tips and tricks and how-tos. And that's what people are watching. That's what they're searching for. That's what they're looking for.
Right. And that's what they call evergreen content. So those videos, as long as they're making RVs, people will continue to watch them.
Right. And see, and I was kind of hoping and thinking that as long as people are interested in wanting to go to the Grand Canyon, they would want to go check out my video about the Grand Canyon so they can learn about it. Right? So, speaking of...
I don't know. I can't.
So, speaking of favorite videos of yours, that's a travel video. This one is actually from your home state, hometown area. Let me get it set up and ready to go here. Oh my gosh, you guys, you have to watch this video.
Whoa! Shit! Hey, buddy. Ooh. That's what they say, get slimed. Oh! Hey, dude. Oh, my Lord! That's a big old tongue, dude. Whoa! Go! Go,
Now
Lord.
you got me curious, because every time you pull one up, I go like,
Oh my god! Oh, look at the deer.
Whoa! Look at the face. Stop. Let him get.
oh, yeah.
I got no bread available. Hey, guy. Oh, what do you think, stud? Look at the goober on the car. Ooh. Hold up, babe. Slow down. Here we go.
Look at here.
Oh, that's cool.
Knock
Wait
over the
for
camera.
it. Wait for it.
That's going to be really cool.
Wait for it.
Shit, dude. Oh, my God. Lord, no.
I was enjoying the deer.
Put the camera out of the way. Look out.
Now, that's the kind of stuff I love to watch. You know, I love to watch the travel videos and videos that, you know, react like that. I loved that video. That's my favorite video of yours, by the way.
Oh, wow.
And if you all want to watch
Then we went to the
that
buffalo
video
stuff.
in full, that one is called the Olympic Game Farm. So tell me about the farm and how you got to feeding these bison. I'm curious.
Okay. Remember the Wonderful World of Disney, where they used to have the Gentle Ben and all these different animals that they had that was a part of the show? That's where they went and retired them, is at that Olympic Game Farm. So
Oh,
you get to
okay.
drive through and see some of the animals. They used to have a big rhino that had this great big horn on him, but that's where Gentle Ben retired. You can go in and you can, if you've ever seen the video, the waving bears,
Nope.
it's popular on YouTube. That's where that is, because the bears will sit down on their hind legs and wait for you to throw a piece of bread at them, and they wave,
Nice.
and then you'll throw it at them, and they're like, okay, cool, next car. So
Wow.
that's
And
where all those retired animals go, and they have a park where you have to sign a waiver. So any damage that's created by the buffaloes,
like
they
with the
can't be
damage
liable.
that happened to your truck, to your
Yeah,
vehicle?
it just scratched up against the side of it, but there were some scratches there. No big deal.
Yeah,
It's
but
fun.
still, definitely something worth
Yeah.
bragging about later on down the road, right? Look, see these scratches? They're from bison.
And Lucky Dog Monitor, he's over there saying, and I would throw in the entire loaf of bread out. We had 6 loaves we went in there with because we knew we were going to feed some buffalo. And Lori's like, I want to go through it again, but this time you're driving. And I went, what? I had fun. No, I want to do it. So yeah, that was,
So this is a farm that you mostly drive through?
the whole thing is drive through. There's one observation area, and I think it was prairie dogs that they had a glass and you could see what they were doing underneath.
Now, see, we have Brian's best friend lives in Olympia. So the next time we're up in Olympia, I've got this farm tagged,
Yes,
pinned,
it's a
because I
must-do.
definitely want to go there.
It's fun. We had a blast.
So that is a GIF of the bear waving, and it's funny. Okay, we're
There's
saying
an
hi.
actual video of that too. They show the whole interaction with him.
Oh, okay. I didn't get a chance to watch all your videos. How many videos actually do you have total?
Oh, I don't know, but I don't want to go look because it'll screw up my feed.
Right?
It's working well now, so.
Yeah.
But like I keep saying, that's the joys of the internet at an RV park.
And so you just you're with you don't have a cell booster, or you're
No.
just on a hotspot with your phone?
Just my phone. We've looked at getting something else, but I just can't believe what they want for those for price wise. If it was unlimited, I'd be in on one in a heartbeat, but they want to meter those too. And I've got a couple different phones, so I can use one, and then when that time's up, use another one, and just keep rotating phones and actually get more for the price. So.
Oh, there you go. So since because you've been you've been traveling now for about 2 years now, or 1 year?
For a year, just over a year.
Oh, just a year now.
Yeah, July 6th is when we left Washington State. Or was it the 6th? It was the 6th because it was after we didn't want to travel during the 4th of July weekend. So it was the 6th.
Oh, okay. And so where all have you been since you started traveling?
Oh, Interstate 90. So South Dakota, we went to Yellowstone. We went to all the way down. We saw a lot of stuff. I tried to do a lot of videos, but that's when I realized nobody was watching my travel videos. I was losing subscribers, so I'm like, okay, no more of those.
I know, isn't that sad? Because those are my favorite videos, actually. But I'm kind of thinking though that your more loyal subscribers would watch those. People that are just in quick to see how to remove stink from their black tank and be gone, and not necessarily, click to watch the rest of your videos. You've had 167,000 views there.
But when you go from a transition from DIY to travel, they want to see DIY. They don't want to see travel. So now you got to you're pushing this group out and trying to start a new group, and that takes a while to get grown. So
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah.
And for me, the hardest part of YouTube is trying to tell a story, because you want something to go into a story format, so people are interested from the beginning to see what happened, to see where you started, and then see where you ended. That for me
Yeah,
is the
and
hardest part.
that's one of the things that because I maybe about 15, 20 years ago, I took a beginning course in video editing. So since I started this YouTube channel, all my video editing is everything I've pretty much learned and taught myself. And one of the things that I know I need improving on and wanting to do is that create a story. And
Yes.
that's the reason why my first live was all about creating a story. Because if you're going to want to have a video, travel, adventure, hiking, whatever it is, if you have that story, beginning, middle, and end, that captures your audience and keeps them watching. So that's one of the things that I know I need to work on. Because for me, if I just got some cool music and I, edit the videos to clips to go with it, and it looks kind of fun, then I'm happy with that. But I'm kind of transitioning now. Like you said, push yourself. I'm pushing myself with these damn lives. So
that's why most of the people have 2 or more people helping out with it. One watching this, one doing this, one doing that. It's hard when you're a one-man show.
baby, I'm solo.
So I said it's hard when you're a one-man show.
Brian's
But
in the house, probably watching First Amendment videos.
But it's the same thing. If I want a discovery team to follow me around. That's what I want to shoot my videos. I want somebody just to follow me around. Okay, what are you doing? Shoot your video. Okay. Now here, I'm gonna go edit it for you. Cool. Have fun. But it doesn't
Wouldn't
work
that be
that way.
awesome?
Yeah. It's just so hard.
Because that those channels that have 3 million viewers, they've got a crew.
Well, some of them do. I know some of them that they shoot their own stuff, but they send it off to somebody else to edit. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I wish. I spend more time editing than I do anything else.
Yep. There's a channel. I think he's got 4 million. His name is Peter McKinnon, and his channel is all about video editing and producing but I mean, he's top notch with his stuff, and he's got the fun toys, and he's got so he can sit there and he can talk and do everything, and then he sends it off to his editor, and his editor edits it all up for him, and then he does the final. I'm like, man, that would be nice. But my favorite part of the whole thing is the editing. I can push my brain to try new things that I haven't done before. I like that creative process. So I'm better behind the scenes, behind the camera, than I am in front of the camera. I just got to get myself used to being in front of the camera.
The only way to do that is to keep doing it.
Right. Well,
Brian
and I just took a trip down the coast a week and a half ago, and I video recorded all kinds of stuff. And then I remembered, oh crap, I should have been talking to the camera.
Yeah.
Oops.
That's the hardest thing, is to do that, to stop, and because I'll be shooting one of my travel videos and I'll be and then forget to talk. Well, hey, this is where we're at and this is what we're doing, and take a look at this and do a transition. But you think about what you're going to do for the video before you get there. It's so easy to do, but hard to remember. Because you're just excited about getting there, and I want to get all this. Then you got like 12 hours of tape to go through and look at in the video and go, okay, that's boring. Okay, here, finally good part.
Or trying to put 12 hours of video into 3 minutes.
Yeah, well, then it's the other way around. You got all that and you put it into an hour and then wonder why nobody's watching it.
Yeah.
So it's hard. Just keep it simple. What do you use for an editing software?
Cyberlink Power Director.
Oh.
What do you use?
Filmora.
$50.
Cyberlink
is something that I got introduced to about 10 years ago. And each year I just keep upgrading their software when they upgrade it, and I've kind of stuck with it. So no, yeah, I don't use Adobe or anything like that.
Yeah, I don't like paying all that money. That's what I
Yeah.
like about Filmora 9. It's for beginner to intermediate, and it costs $50, and you get lifetime membership to it, so you get all the updates forever. I don't have to pay
Nice.
for anything extra.
Nice. Anybody have any question? Anybody out in the chat have any questions for Aron? Type in question in all caps so that I can see it. I know I haven't been paying attention to the chat room, and I'm really super excited and happy that you guys are all here. Let me take a look here. 14 watching. Anybody have any question? Anybody out in the chat have any questions for Aron? What did I do? Type in. Oops. Dave and Karen, I'm not sure which one you are, but our endeavor says video takes on a life of its own. That's definitely for sure. When I put down, because one of the first things I do when I start editing is I collect all the videos and I put them in files and I rename them. And then once I have all those files and everything, then I put everything on the timeline. Well, in chronological order on the timeline, one camera at a time. And what I'll do is I'll scrub through and I'll take out everything I know for sure that I don't want on the video. And then I'll do that with if I have a second camera or if I've taken pictures with my phone or a dash cam footage maybe. I'll put all that on there and I'll just cut the crap out of it until I have these little clips that I think I might want to use. And then once I do that, then I condense everything into starting to create it. Well, in my mind, I have this idea that I want the video to go this certain way. And like our endeavor says, sometimes video has a life of its own and it goes a completely different way.
Especially when you're talking about adding music to it and try to get the flow right.
Yeah.
Because then it comes another beast.
And that's something, if you've watched my videos at all, that's something I try to do is I love cutting video to music, and trying to time it all with the music. I really enjoy that. Whether or not anybody else
do the similar process. I do this basically the same thing you do, and then when I get done editing, I step away from it. Usually sleep on it, come back at it the next day and condense it again. Because there might be too much space here, there might be too much space there, needs to be more space here. I try to typically go with the 3-second rule when you're showing something. It's 3 seconds, just like they do in Discovery. If you watch the Discovery Channel, say Gold Rush, they got 3 seconds on something, they got another 3 seconds on something, and another 3 seconds on something, another 3 seconds on something else, and then they go back into the storyline. Then they transition again. 3 seconds of showing the dog, 3 seconds of showing in pan and gold, 3 seconds of this, 3 seconds of that, and then back into the storyline. That's how I try to look at it. And the more that you see that, and the more that you realize that that's what they're doing to tell the story, then you should take that same practices and try and put it into your videos.
One of my art teachers when I was in high school told me to do that with a painting. Even if you're sitting there and you're painting up close, step back and take a look at it, because it'll look completely different. And a lot of times, like you said, when I step away from editing the video and I come back to it later or the next day and I watch it, then I'm like, oh yeah, I got to change that, I got to fix this, I got to do that, and I'll actually write myself notes as I'm watching that video so that when I go back in and start editing, I know from my notes what I need to do. So yeah, that's some really good advice.
Other thing about doing the editing, you need to learn your shortcut keys. That'll save you lots of time from click, 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 click. You can hit a control something else to cut frames, and it's so much faster. Yeah.
I'm still pretty slow at it though.
Well, the more
I've been doing it for a couple of years now.
Use those shortcut keys; it'll go so much quicker.
Yeah.
Our endeavor, I get my music from YouTube Library. That's where I've always gotten it from. I don't like to pay for subscription fees when I can save that money and maybe upgrade my camera, or maybe upgrade a mic, or all that other stuff. Music is readily available. You can go right on YouTube and type in free music.
And
get
or
it that
you
way
could
too.
also go, if you have a YouTube channel, you can go to Studio, and in Studio there's the option for YouTube library.
Yep.
And I'm the same way. I don't want to have to pay. Now, like for example, Gina Payne, she has a Epidemic Sound subscription, and she puts some pretty awesome music onto her videos. But I don't want to have to pay for it. Just like the whole reason why StreamYard is free, because I don't want to have to pay for it. You know. So,
a lot of people do, though.
Yeah.
Same thing with Adobe.
Going Green Mom says, my art teacher actually had us work upside down part of the time to get a different perspective. Yeah, that would definitely be a different perspective. I don't think I'd want to look at my videos upside down, though. Yeah. So, Going Green Mom, what is one thing you would have done differently while growing your channel?
Whoa. One thing I would have done different: keep it simple. Instead of trying to make it complex. Because when you first get started, you get wrapped into quantity, not quality. So you're just putting out videos just to put out videos because you want people to see them. But if you've got to find what's in your niche and what people want to see.
Yeah,
that's the best way of putting it.
Well, we are at 3 minutes left to go on the video. I'm really super excited and happy that you decided to come and give the channel some love and say hi to everybody. And I wanted a whole bunch of fanfare because, I mean, that's quite an achievement, reaching 10,000 subscribers. Woohoo!
You'll get there. I'm sure of that.
Well,
you're passionate for it.
For me, it's not a big deal for me to get to 10,000 subscribers. What is more important to me is the friendships that I make. I was watching your one video, the RV 10 questions, and you and Lori were answering the questions. And one of the things Lori said was making the friends, you know, the people that you talk to, the people that you meet. You know, if I create a video that somebody watches and says, wow, I really enjoyed that, I want to get to know that person better, then I've achieved my goal. You know, for example, when Gary from Daydream About Nice Things interviewed Brian and I, the thing that stuck out in his mind was me on the edge of the cliff at the Grand Canyon.
Yes, I saw that. That was, I would have been freaked out.
But that caught your attention, and that got you to, you know, either you wanted to go see the Grand Canyon, or you'd seen the Grand Canyon, but it was a part of it that you hadn't seen yet, but it caught your attention.
Or I sat there the whole time like this. She's not going to jump and say, no, please no.
Right. It's stuff like that. That's where I've achieved my goals. So if I stay at 600 subscribers, I reach 1,000 or I reach 10,000. If I've done something to where I've either entertained the viewer, got them to want to go visit the place that I showed. So it's going to take me a lot longer because we don't have those tips and tricks and the how-tos and all that on our channel. But I'm willing.
No, but you use products every day.
Knock on wood.
You use products every day.
Right, but knock on wood that Nellie doesn't have the problems.
RVs typically, you're driving a hurricane hurricane down the road, so you're going to run into problems. Something's going to happen. And somebody will be looking for the same exact problem that you're having, so shoot it. My problem is that I get going I want to get it done that I
Mhm.
don't want to film it because I just want to get it done. It takes forever to get that going when you're trying to do something while you're filming it.
Right, right. So to sign off, and thank you everyone in the chat. Sorry I didn't pay attention to a lot of you guys and said hi to you all. Normally I do, but this was more interview this time around. And hopefully you guys got some tips and ideas on what you can do with your channel to get your YouTube channel motivated to achieving your goals. So I'm going to sign off with a little video clip, and then you guys can all run over to Gina Payne's live that she just started. And thank you, Aron, very much for coming up and letting us get to know you a little better.
Thank you for having me.
Congratulations, and I hope you hit 20,000 soon.
I'm still basking in the 10,000 one.
All right. Hats off to you, Aron.
All right, we'll see everybody over at Gina's.
All right, that about wraps it up for this video. If you know someone that would benefit from watching this video, go ahead and share this video with them. If you haven't already done so, go over to 3tailsrv.com where we provide other creative content over there. And remember, live simple, live free,
and enjoy the ride. And we'll see you next time.